The crisp autumn air of upper Michigan's wilderness carried the scent of pine and damp earth as the youth group from St. Mary's Church settled into their retreat at Porcupine Mountain State Park. 18-year-old Emily Niekamp had wandered off from the campfire circle, seeking a moment of solitude amid the towering hemlocks. The group's leader, Mr. Thompson, had warned them about wildlife, bears, wolves, the untamed heart of the Yooper backcountry. But Emily, with her rebellious streak, dismissed it as overprotective nonsense. She needed to clear her head after a spat with her best friend, Kayla. The attack came without warning. A massive shadow detached from the underbrush. A hideous black bear, rare in these parts but not unheard of. Its fur matted with burrs and its eyes gleaming with primal hunger. Emily barely had time to scream before its paw, claws like curved daggers, slammed into her shoulder. The force spun her around, and she hit the ground hard. Leaves crunching under her, the bear's jaws clamped onto her leg, dragging her backward into the dense woods. She clawed at the dirt, fingernails breaking as she fought for purchase, her cries echoing through the trees like a siren's call. What's up, guys and gals? Iceman here. Welcome to Horrors from the North. This is my new YouTube channel, so I'd really appreciate it if you like this video and subscribe to this page and paw the bell so you're notified next time I post a video. I've been posting on this channel several times a week, so I hope to continue seeing you here. Deeper in the forest, away from the trails, the bear released her momentarily. Emily gasped, blood soaking her jeans from the deep gashes. She tried to crawl away, but the beast was upon her again, its weight pinning her down. Massive paws raked across her torso, shredding her hoodie and the flesh beneath. Ribbons of skin peeled away as it mauled her, teeth sinking into her arm with a sickening crunch. Bones splintered. She felt the agony like fire spreading through her veins. The bear ravaged her relentlessly, tossing her body like a rag doll, mangling her limbs until they hung at unnatural angles. Blood pooled beneath her, mixing with the forest's floor mulch. Emily's vision blurred, but she was still alive. Barely, her breaths shallow and ragged, her body a twisted ruin. The bear paused, sniffing the air. It loomed over her, its hot breath fetid with the stench of decay. Then, in a bizarre, almost deliberate act, it lifted its hind leg. A warm, acidic stream of urine splashed across Emily's face, burning her open wounds and eyes. The acrid liquid stung like acid, mixing with her tears and blood, dribbling into her mouth as she gasped, choking on the piss. She couldn't move, couldn't scream anymore, just lay there, still and broken, the humiliation compounding the horror as consciousness flickered. Meanwhile, Kayla Simmons, Emily's closest friend, had set out on a solo hike down the Lake Superior Trail. The argument earlier, something trivial about a boy back home, had left her fuming. She needed space, the rhythmic crunch of her boots on the path soothing her nerves. The sun filtered through the canopy in golden shafts, birds chirping overhead. It was peaceful, almost idyllic, until a rustle in the bushes shattered the illusion. The bear emerged from the shadows, its muzzle stained crimson from its recent kill. It locked eyes with Kayla, a low guttural rumbling from its throat. Panic surged through her. "Oh God, no," she whispered, turning to run. Her legs pumped furiously down the trail, heart pounding like a drum. Branches whipped at her face, but she didn't care. The bear charged after her, its massive frame crashing through the undergrowth with terrifying speed. Kayla's foot caught on an exposed root, sending her sprawling, face first into the dirt. She scrambled to her knees, but it was too late. The bear collided with her like a freight train, its bulk knocking the wind from her lungs. Claws dug into her back, tearing through her jacket and into muscle. She screamed as it lifted her off the ground, swinging her body violently side to side, like a pit bull savaging a rabbit in its jaws. Her limbs flailed helplessly, ribs cracked under the pressure. The bear's teeth punctured her side, hot blood spurting as it shook her with feral rage. Kayla's world spun into a blur of pain and terror. Trees, sky, ground, until the bear dropped her, only to pounce again, rending her abdomen open. Guts spilled onto the leaves. She clawed weakly at the beast's fur, her cries fading to gurgles as life ebbed away. Back at the campsite, Mr. Thompson noticed the girls were missing. The middle-aged youth leader, a former Marine with no-nonsense demeanor, grabbed a flashlight and a flare gun from the supplies. "Stay here," he barked at the huddled teens, their faces pale in the firelight. He followed the trail, calling out their names. The metallic tang of blood hit him first. Then the sight. Emily's mangled form in a clearing, barely recognizable, her face slick with urine and gore. Bile rose in his throat. Further down, Kayla's body lay twisted, entrails exposed like macabre ribbons. The bear was still there, feasting on Kayla's remains. It raised its head, eyes reflecting the flashlight beam like demonic coals. Thompson's military instincts kicked in. "Get away!" he roared, firing a flare gun skyward. The burst of red light and crack startled the beast, but instead of fleeing, it charged. Thompson dodged, the bear's paw glancing off his arm and tearing fabric and skin. Adrenaline surged. He grabbed a fallen branch, swinging it like a club. It connected with the bear's snout, eliciting a pained yelp. The animal swiped again, claws raking his thigh, but Thompson pressed the attack, jabbing the branch into its eye. Blood streamed down his leg, pain lacing through him, but he didn't falter. Another swing, then a desperate shove. The bear reared up, roaring a thunderous bellow that shook the trees, before turning and lumbering into the darkness. It vanished into the forest, leaves rustling in its wake, retreating to lick its wounds. Thompson collapsed to his knees, gasping. He radioed for help, his voice breaking as he described the carnage. Helicopters would come. Authorities would investigate. But the wilderness had claimed its toll. In the heart of Upper Michigan, the line between man and beast blurred, and in the night, and on this night, the beast had won. Almost.